There is this quote from Alexander the Great that goes like this, and I quote, "Make your goals and ambitions large enough as to ignite the fire in your spirit. With these held in the forefront of your mind, the temptations of petty distractions will be burned to ashes." And so what can we learn from this quote? Well, when it comes to discipline, we can learn that you have to have a reason. You have to have a why. And when that why is large enough, then it will become easier to do the correct things, because the petty distractions and temptations will be burned to ashes. And so when I ask you why do you want to be disciplined? You will have to have a good answer. And if I ask you why do you want to be disciplined and your answer is, I guess it'd be nice. Well, you have a problem there. You don't have a big enough goal, a big enough ambition that would force you to be disciplined. You see, when I ask you the question, why do you want to be disciplined? And your answer sounds something like this. Every time that I look at myself in the mirror, I hate what I see and I simply cannot stand looking at it anymore. That's when you will have the discipline to go to the gym. And when you say, man, I hate this job that I am in and I can't stand it another day, that's when you'll find the discipline to apply to new jobs or to start your own business or to do something completely different. So you have to have a why. You have to have a reason as to why be disciplined. And if you do not have a reason, if you do not have a goal, an ambition which you are striving towards, then you will never find yourself being disciplined, because you don't have a reason to be disciplined. So you first have to find the reason to be disciplined, and that's how you can become disciplined. And so what are some tools that I have personally used to be more disciplined once you figure out that goal? Because that is truly the first step. Figure out what your goal is and why you want to be disciplined. What path do you want to take and how do you stay on it? Because first you have to know your destination, then you take the path that leads you there, and then you use discipline to stay on the path. And one of the greatest tips that I can ever give you for discipline is to wake up early. And it sounds so weird because everyone always thinks, well, we have 24 hours a day no matter what. And if you sleep 8 hours, you have 16 hours of waking time, no matter when you go to sleep and when you wake up. Right? I mean, it makes perfect sense. But actually, it matters a lot when you wake up. Because if you wake up early, there is nothing special about going to the gym early, but there is something special about the time. You will have no distractions. That's the key. When you wake up before everyone else and you go to the gym, you're not getting distractions. Nobody is gonna call you and be like, yo bro, there's this thing, you need to go here right now, like come bro. No one's gonna call you. And if you go to the gym at 10 o'clock in the morning, then no one's gonna distract you. If you work 10 o'clock in the morning, no one's gonna distract you. But if you do it 10 in the evening, there's a lot higher probability that you're gonna get a booty call. Someone's gonna call you, or that girl is gonna text you. That's just a higher probability. So the reason you need to wake up early is not because there's something magical about doing things early. It is simply because no one else will be awake. No one else will be, free to do anything, and so they will not distract you. And the easiest way to not get distracted is to not even get tempted by such a thing. It's a lot easier to say no to a get-together when you're doing the work and you never get an invite than when you're doing the work and you get 10 invites from 10 different people. So wake up early. It's super important. And with discipline and how to stay disciplined, eliminating all other alternatives is the best way to do it. Because when you have nothing else to do, doing the things that you need to do becomes easy. Because humans hate boredom. We hate boredom over literally everything else. And because we hate boredom so much that we're willing to do literally anything instead of just being bored, If you eliminate all the bad things and the distractions once again, by for example waking up early and making it that there's a huge barrier to scroll social media and such, if you just make it hard for you to do it, then you'll be bored, and when you're bored and you have nothing to do, then you're gonna do the things that you should do. All of a sudden cleaning the house is not that bad because you're bored. All of a sudden scripting that next video is not so bad because you have nothing else to do. All of a sudden doing the work, going to the gym, all of these things seem like, oh well, I might as well because I have nothing else to do. So the best way to stay disciplined and to do the correct things is by literally eliminating all other alternatives. You have to eliminate the alternative choices that you can make, and you have to eliminate the possibilities of bad choices, and all of a sudden you don't even have to think about making the correct choice. And you can think of it like, think about food in your fridge. If you only have healthy foods in your fridge, you literally cannot make the choice to eat something that's unhealthy. But if you have unhealthy foods that tempt you every time you open up the fridge, there's a higher likelihood that you will eat it. And everyone knows this. So the best tips that I have for discipline is to, first of all, have a goal, have a big, large ambition. Because when you're like, damn, I need to go towards this certain goal that I have a why, and that why is big enough, all of a sudden everything just seems so meaningless. Drinking alcohol seems meaningless because you're too focused on going towards your dreams, your goals. And when you are going towards those goals, you need to eliminate all the other distractions and temptations and all the things that might distract you from getting towards that goal. And one of the best things is to wake up early because nobody will distract you then. And one of the best things is just to make every bad decision hard to make. Just make it as hard as possible. And when you don't have bad food in the fridge, you're not gonna eat bad food. And when you have nothing else to do, even going to the gym will be fun and exciting. And this is so important if you want to be disciplined and to stay disciplined. One of the greatest tools to make these changes in your life and to get that first bit of motivation that gets the ball rolling, and then discipline keeps it rolling. The greatest thing that I've figured out is that I always remember what is the alternative. If I don't record this video right now, what is the alternative? That I never make it? That I never post it? That I never might give this information out to people? And I might never, share any of my ideas? Because that's the alternative. So I better record it. If I don't go to the gym, then what's the alternative? That I don't get in better shape? I never have the chance to see what my body can become, the greatness that is within me, that I can just get out and create and shape this physique, but I choose not to do that because that's the alternative. And so every time you're in a tough spot and you lack that bit of discipline and that bit of motivation to get you started, just remember, what's the alternative? If you don't do the work, then you're never gonna get the result. And if you never even try, you're never gonna see what it could have been. So always remember, chase your dreams and stay disciplined and have a fantastic day.